right, good evening, everybody. Where I am here with Bishop Greg Davis, and we are going to talk tonight about dating, divorce, and ministry. Many of you all know Bishop Greg Davis. I call him a multidimensional. He has a multidimensional ministry. He's a pastor. He does ministry on TV, radio. He even has his social media segments where he does When the Right One Comes. He's a spiritual father. He's a bishop in the Full Gospel Church. And wow, he's a mentor to a lot of folks. And so I'm just elated that I was able to get him on with us tonight. I think this might become a thing where we do something every Thursday night. I'm gonna have a special guest coming on next week. But I wanted to get Bishop Greg Davis on because he has a lot of great topics that are well-rounded for ministers, for those who are in ministry and those who aspire to be in ministry, whether it be, honoring spiritual fathers and spiritual mothers, making sure that you have a covering, mentorship. He's a great person to kind of model if you're graced for multimedia ministry. So Bishop Davis, I am so glad to have you on. Thank you for being with
I'm
me.
sorry. I was trying to share. I was inviting people. I'm always working. You know what? I'm honored to be here, and you are a hardworking woman. I watch when I'm trying to. I've tried to. I'm a news watcher, so I've tried to turn the TV off at a certain time and not let that feed into your spirit. So I look at people's lives, and whenever you have your revivals and your pop-ups, I'm on there. I'm usually on there every time, and then I fall asleep sometime. But I'm grateful for all that you're doing, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. We got to stay busy, and we got to reinvent ourselves and go with the time. So thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so glad that you could be here. It was crazy, even just being having the opportunity to come on the Word Network with for the Young Preacher Show. And that's such an awesome platform to expose young preachers from around the now we can't just say around the country because you have other young preachers from around the world on the show. So it has just definitely taken off. I never honestly saw myself being on there and just was, blown away. I've always admired a lot of the preachers who are on there.
And you know where I saw you at? I saw you on social media.
And see, let's talk about that.
Absolutely.
So what do those who are in ministry do to position themselves? Or I know reaching out probably ain't the best thing.
If you reach out to me, you're most likely not to come forth.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like a preacher asking me, can they preach for me? That's a no. I believe your gift, your seed, your natural gift, but when the Bible talks about your gift will make room for you, it's talking about your seed and bring you before great men. And those of us that are that have influence, we're on social media and watch TV just like everybody else, looking for new people. And many times I'm flickering through social media and people don't even know it because I have a way of doing it where I don't push the button.
Yeah.
And I can still hear, because most time if I do go on, because of the influence I have, people will stop what they're doing, and I don't want them to stop what they're doing in order for me to I want to see what you got. And a lot of people that you saw on Young Preachers, I saw them on social media.
Yeah. Wow. And that's awesome. It blew me away, honestly, to get an inbox and like, hey, I want you to do that just blew me away. But there are a lot of, young preachers who are seeking opportunity. And what should they be posting as content on their social media pages?
I think I don't want to say what they should be posting the content, but you should be true to yourself. For example, when I do my relationship post, somebody DM me today and say you're kind of like a love doctor or something, and it's not a church person, but I was like, no. To be honest with you, I'm just sharing my thoughts and my mistakes, my failures, different conversations that others have with me. I'm sharing that. And so you should share your heart. You should share, here, watch this. You should share your passion.
Mm,
You should share that thing that hurt you.
mm,
As long as you're healed, you don't want to bleed on social media.
right,
You don't
right.
want to bleed on social media. You want to share your heart. You want to share your passion. You want to share your thoughts.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little bit before about, your heart. Well, not really your heart, but we were talking a little bit before we came on about um, dealing with social media and maybe health challenges and ministry. How do you, because you had some health challenges, how does one go about, and we can actually put this in different, categories. How does one go about um, talking about their health challenges, or do they post about their health challenges? And how does that affect dating?
I think that there are things that you post, and then there are things that you don't. You have to know the time and the season.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is not for now, but it is for a time.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to know it's no secret. Me and Pastor Kim were married 20 years because I talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had another situation that I don't talk about because I'm not ready to talk about it yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so it has to be when you're ready. I went through being diagnosed with diabetes while on the Word Network hosting Rejoice in the Word. And
Mm-hmm.
I chose to take the people through my journey. A lot of people lied and said I had other stuff and all that, or I had the surgery. I didn't have the surgery. I lost weight naturally because I
Mm-hmm.
made up my mind. I think that we are overcome by our testimony and other people overcome by our testimony. And I probably, even as of this week, Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, my pastor called me with somebody on the line and he said, I want you to tell them what you did to lose weight and to overcome diabetes. And I took out 30 minutes to share with them what I did, what I ate, what I didn't eat, talking about discipline of the mind and all that stuff. And so there is a time, and you have to know when it's time to
Yeah.
tell your testimony. Everything is not for now, but there is a time. And
Mm-hmm.
so it helps other people to overcome. We overcome our testimony. So you have to know when it's time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You have to have the strength to, you know, you have to have the strength to deal with the ridicule too, because everybody's not happy for your testimony.
Ooh, that's good. That's
Everybody's not
good.
happy for your overcoming.
That's good.
There's some people that would have rather left you dead.
Yeah. And especially especially in the age of the, these church blogs and all of that, these sites. um it's easy to misjudge someone when you don't know them, you don't know their story, you don't know what they're going through. And so whatever the latest gossip is,
Absolutely.
that's what's. And then um a lot of times you don't get the opportunity, as a person in ministry, you don't get the opportunity to defend yourself, because you argue with somebody on social media, you don't know who, you can't tell from a distance who the fool is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And not only that, but I often say you got to look at how many followers they got versus how many you got. Because sometimes people want to argue with you just to get some notoriety.
Yeah.
And why would I argue with somebody that got 10 followers and I got 40,000 followers? I'm
Hmm.
giving you a bigger platform to be crazy.
Right. Right. And it's just this social media age has kind of taken over relationships, um ministry now in a good way. But even in my previous relationship, social media was a big thing. Because even before we were in a relationship, when we were just dating, he would want to post stuff. And so I feel like that moved the relationship along further than it probably should have, um, before we really got a chance to know each other, because you have that outside pressure.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, your philosophy on social media and relationships. And
I say you don't post it until you're married, and then you don't post it that much after you're married. and it's an insecure person that wants to be seen all the time.
mm-hmm.
And so make sure, because it's like people come to church with somebody and say, "Ooh, girl, look what the Lord blessed me with. Hey, Jessica, look what the Lord blessed me with. Ooh, he's so fine, boom, boom, boom." And 3 weeks later, the same blessing has become a nightmare, and it's first because you talked too soon.
Yes.
So you secure. Why would I announce somebody that I'm dating with? Why would I announce somebody that I'm just dating? Dating means I'm getting data.
Mm-hmm.
So while I'm still getting data, why would I announce you? And the thing is, here's what I live by. It ain't nobody's business. It ain't a secret, but it ain't nobody's business.
That's right.
It's not a secret, but it ain't nobody's business. And if a person has a problem with that, then you ain't the right one. I already got the data that I need, because you just want to be seen. And that's not what this is about. I have to protect me while I'm checking you out.
Yes.
I have to protect me while I'm getting data, because you may be gone in 2 weeks, but I'll still have to be here.
That's right.
And so anybody that they got a problem with you not posting them, then they're very insecure, and you've already gotten your answer.
Mm-hmm. So what is some ways that a woman can tell? Because I listened to the Facebook Live that you did, the When the Right One Comes, relationship talk that you did this past Saturday.
Oh, with the pastors.
With the young male preachers.
Yeah. We're doing part 2 this Saturday night at 10:15.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in. It was really, really good. Very informative. I learned a lot about women. We want men to express themselves, and then when they speak, then we criticize what they say. I mean,
we kill our kings and we kill our queens.
Yeah, we kill each other.
Yeah.
So you said something that was really key. You said that somebody who wants to be seen can be seen as insecure. How do you know if it's insecurity or if it's something else? Because there is it, you might be with somebody who's popular or whatever the case may be, and you all may be dating. How is it that you can decipher between whether or not you're a secret or it's just private?
I think a woman knows when they change their pattern. If I don't have if I can't call you at any time, then there's something else going on. If you can't, if you're very vague about what you're doing, if you're very secretive about what you're doing, because if you're very vague and secretive in the dating, this is when I should be getting as much information from you that I can. And if you're vague about that, then you just kind of gotta let. Here's what I believe too. Time is the reveal of all things.
Absolutely.
If you can just wait it out, what you're waiting to see. If you give it 90 days, the representative will eventually go sit down.
Yes, I say you need to see them through all seasons.
Absolutely.
You need to know who they are through all seasons, especially. I'm gonna speak for the ladies tonight, I guess, because I'm a woman. But especially knowing how people react when they get mad.
Absolutely. I for the women a lot of time. Most stuff I do is I have more women follow me and stuff, and I'm on their side because I know we can be a mess. But guess what? There's some women that can be a mess too, though.
Yes.
Because y'all playing our game on us.
Yeah, you have a lot of women who are doing that now, who have tried to reverse the roles.
Right.
Well, let's go there.
Because I just finished what you had asked me though. if they're trying to make you a secret and not hold on, Tiffany. Let's do this. If we're dating, unless a man says to you, Tiffany, we're exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Don't assume that you're exclusive because he takes you out every night.
Right.
Don't assume you're exclusive because he talks to you all the time. If it's not that is not stated,
mm-hmm.
hello,
Mm-hmm.
it's not secure.
That's right.
If
there's not a
if
conversation,
a man don't say to you, it's just me and you now, baby, it's nobody else. So then he necessarily is not making you a secret, but maybe he's getting data in other places. And is that really wrong?
True. But
so go ahead, say your part.
But I think there are certain little telltale signs whether or not you're a secret or if it's just private. If you're dating, if you're dating and that person isn't trying to sneak around and hide you, y'all not, going to the restaurant and you got to go to the booth all the way in the back, and you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's not true. Because listen, no. I can only speak for me.
Okay.
I want to sit in the back with you because I don't want a bunch of people coming up to me and saying, Bishop Davis, Bishop Davis, Bishop Davis. Mm-hmm. So you have to think of it from somebody that's on TV. Or I barely can take my walk every morning without speaking to the saints. And even now, it's not just the saints. It's people that follow me on social media for my relationship stuff that don't even go to church. Hey, you that guy with the relationship stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm not. So I sit in the back sometimes when we could sit in the back because I ain't sitting nowhere right now. I used to sit in the back because I've been out on dates with women that say, "Oh, we can't even eat dinner because everybody walking up speaking to you," and then some people are rude. They won't speak to your date and all that. So that's not the case all the time. Mm-hmm. So you got to know who you're dealing with.
That's true. That's
but
true.
I should say that to you too.
Mm-hmm.
Because communication is one of the biggest things. If we're sitting in the back because I don't want you to feel like you don't really have my attention because all these people, I should say, hey, we're going to sit in the back, not because you're a secret or whatever. Because here's my thing. Even if I'm dating, I'm speaking for Greg Davis. Even if I'm dating and I'm still getting data, I don't care if somebody else see me that I may be, because guess what? We're not it's explained.
That's right.
That we're not in a situation, we're not in a relationship.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's all about telling the truth.
Yeah, I think that's the part is we go so long in the dating phase that we forget to have that conversation about, are we exclusive? And we just kind of end up, in a long-term relationship with somebody who's still dating.
Hey, let me tell you the worst thing in the world. For you to be in a relationship and they still dating.
There you go.
Because in your mind, you in a full-blown relationship. In their mind, they still getting data.
Yes.
So who's wrong? Because you never asked.
Woo.
You don't assume what you don't ask.
Well, what I would say is if you have to ask, then the answer is no.
Absolutely.
If you gotta ask if you're in a relationship with someone, then the answer is no.
Absolutely. I'm in agreement with you 110. If you gotta ask, then more than likely you're not in a relationship.
Yeah, more than likely, you want to, I guess it's hard because as a woman, most of the time we don't get data from multiple people at a time. We probably should start getting data from multiple men at the same time. But how do you devote
why would you give your heart to one person that you don't know if they deserve it yet? Why would you give all your time to somebody that has not earned it yet?
That's good.
Why would you give all your emotions and your effort to somebody that you don't even know if they want it? Mm-hmm. So that's the difference in men and women. Y'all go in all the way hard immediately.
That's true.
So maybe we should look at that.
Yeah. I think we automatically trust before that person has even earned the trust.
Absolutely.
And that's for, you know, pretty much everything.
But whose fault is that though?
That's our fault.
Absolutely.
That's our
So that's
fault.
what I tell women before you give all your all, make sure you find out where they at, because you're gonna be looking crazy, and then they'll be saying, I ain't never told you this.
Yeah. Oh, we'll often get married to somebody else while they were still getting data from you.
Absolutely. Now let me tell you this. No. You ain't gonna go there now. Because let me tell you something. Women are doing that now too. Because I'll be looking like, you was just trying to hit her and you married her? You engaged? What? That was just 3 months. Oh, that was fast.
That was fast. Well, you
But
know,
some of it is fast because it's not that they were talking to other people. It's that they want to get married, just want to get married. They ain't get married. They're raffling off man, need man, get man. And so when one come along that's ready to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Then that comes with that one word. I was watching one of the episodes with you and Lola, and you all were talking about relationships, and folks were saying, you know, you got to compromise. And to me, when you begin to compromise early, just because you want a result, just because you want the end goal, you end up with resentment later on down the line. You resent, you know, the decision that you made. You resent the person that you're in the relationship with. But talk a little bit about compromise, especially with your journey from.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Listen, me or Tiffany is not single because we don't have options.
Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna let that rest right there. We are single because we don't like the options that we might have at the time. So what I believe, and I say this all the time, those that follow me that's on here, I often say, if you're going to be single, you might as well get what you want. So why would you compromise and put yourself back in the same thing? I never understood women or men who go back and try to get somebody like your ex. They were your ex for a reason.
Yes.
So why would you go back and get somebody that act just like your ex and you left that person? This is not the season to compromise. And just because you're lonely and it's COVID, and you know that ain't because you know what, COVID gonna be over one day. It may be a year from now, but you're gonna wake up with something that you're gonna be like, why in the world did I do this?
And some of them are already doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now that we're in COVID, they waking up like, why in the world did I do this?
I'd rather be miserable alone I'd rather be happy alone than be miserable with somebody.
Yes. That saying says, you know, I can do bad by myself, but I can do good by myself.
Yeah, I can do better by myself. and that comes from appreciating the table for one that Dr. Irisha Hilliard wrote a book about, A Table for One. Learning how to enjoy the table for one. When you go in a restaurant, they say, how many? One. And you enjoy it. A man should enjoy a table for one so he can know how to take a woman out, where to take them. A woman should enjoy a table for one so she can know what to expect for when the man learn what he should be doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So enjoy your singleness. Yeah, we have some tough days. We got some tough days. Me, you know, I don't have kids here. My kids, you know, I don't have kids here. I don't have, yeah, it's just, but you know, I'd rather, hey, listen to this sound. Listen, Tiffany, listen.
Yeah.
That's the sound of peace.
Listen, I was out in, for those of who are in Kentucky, I was in Harrison County today, out in the country. I mean, country where you sit on the porch and all you hear are the crickets. I mean, you can hear the silence. And listen, it was so peaceful. I'm, you know, wondering, shoot, maybe I need to move to the country. It's really nice out here. But you get to enjoy it. And even when you have kids, you still get to enjoy that peace because you don't have to worry about anybody cheating. You don't have to worry about somebody getting on your nerves. Somebody, all the drama that comes with relationships. And I'm not saying that all relationships are, full of drama, but it's getting to that one that you're ready to open up to and be vulnerable to, and
you should be willing to give up none of that until that one comes. That, I mean, just think we on live at 10:27 at night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Ain't nobody saying, what you up doing that for? You should be doing blah, 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 blah. No, I'm doing what I want to do. This is what I enjoy doing. And the right one will not have a problem with it.
Right.
The right one will understand your grind because they'll be over on the other side grinding too.
Mm-hmm.
And so anybody that's going to take away your grind, they should add to it.
They should.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that I got through the all male panel that you had last week. They seemed to all want a woman who had her own thing going on.
Absolutely.
And just a woman from experience. In my last relationship, he had his own business and he was doing his own thing. But I was always on my phone because one of my businesses, I have a hair extensions company. And so my vendor, the time that they're open, the time that they can respond is like between the hours of 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. So I'm on my phone. And can you ever put your phone down? And it's just like, this is how I make my money, That's
what we were saying the other night. You want to be with a boss, but you don't want to put up with the boss ways.
Yeah.
And let me say this to you. This is the last thing that I put down because I'm working at all times of the night. I have to command my morning the night before. And that is with much meditation and thought. I plan my day out, what I have to do, how I have to move, how I have to get up, who I have on my show, what lives I have. Like, I thought about this last night, our discussion last night. I can't go too far in advance, but somebody saying to me, shut it down. No, I can't. Now in that you have to have balance because ministry and work did destroy my 20-year marriage with Pastor Kim, but there has to be a balance and that person has to understand. And I just believe this at this point in my life, this is Greg Davis. Two bosses should be together.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, it's hard. I think at this point in my life, I'm looking for a merger.
That's good.
I'm not looking to start up a company. You go see me post that tomorrow.
So how do you balance that from, especially from a pastor standpoint? Everybody, the pastor first. Now, what I don't want to say first lady, but the pastor's wife role where people want the pastor's wife to be, be there, look pretty. How do you balance the boss and the role and that role?
Well, I've done that, and at this point, I'm looking for somebody to love me more than the church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking Greg Davis. That's where Greg Davis is. Greg Davis is where he wants somebody to love him and not necessarily the church as much. And so I think that first lady thing, I think that's a little overplayed. That was my grandmother on the second row. I think that it is up to me. I'm talking about me as a single man and a single pastor to be able to fit that person in my life. Now, if he's just happened to be a preacher, that's not what I'm looking for necessarily. Then we have to have a discussion, about that, because already I have Pastor Dana, who's my daughter, who helps me in ministry. You follow me?
Yeah.
And so I'm not looking for, I'm not looking for a traditional first lady in that sense. Now, they have a ministry, I want them to do their ministry. If they get called in the process, I'm not God, so I can't uncall you. But I just want them to make sure that they understand they're getting into a situation where they need to be able to juggle. They need to be the Proverbs. What is she? 31?
Proverbs 31.
Yeah, they need to be the Proverbs 31 woman.
Yeah, she was a boss though.
Yeah, but she was a boss, but she took care of her home.
She took care of her home.
Yeah, and that's what I need. At this point in my life, I want to be in love. Okay? I want to be in passionate love with somebody. And so if they can handle that and everything else, like the Proverbs woman, then I'm good with that. It can't slack at home because I'm not going to slack on them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to slack on them. So it has to be a merger, but we all gotta, I'm just not looking for a traditional first lady. I had that. We shared offices right next to each other at the house. We shared offices at the church. We shared offices at the Full Gospel headquarters. We helped build that. And I just want somebody to do like they did Abraham. Call me Lord. Hey,
Miss Ebony J from she's one of the radio DJs up in Cincinnati. She said, where do we find these type of men who aren't tripping and who have something going on?
It takes a while. You can get anybody, but the right one takes longer.
Ooh, the right one.
Yeah, it takes longer.
Emphasis on the right one.
Yeah, it takes longer. You can get anybody right now. Again, we're not sitting here because we don't have options.
Yeah.
Okay, we're sitting here without anybody because we don't like the options.
Yeah.
And so you got to wait on it. And most time we ain't like Juanita Bynum had a song said, I don't mind waiting. Yeah, some of us do.
Yeah, some of us can wait, especially when we've had missteps before.
Well, some of us just want legal sex.
Yeah. Are they doing that, Bishop?
Yeah, they want legal sex. No, they want legal sex.
That's true.
They want to be able to say that I got somebody and I'm not going to hell from it.
Wow.
But then the attraction of sex and a body is not enough. Because sooner or later, that's going to wear out.
Yeah.
Okay? You got to live with that person.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to live with that person. And when you got to live with that person, it gets real.
Yeah. That's kind of what scares me about these real quick, marriages that are happening. I mean, don't get me wrong. God can send you the one.
They happening fast. You hear what I'm saying?
They happening fast. And it's just like, have you gotten a chance to really know who, because my ex-husband and I, we lived together.
They ain't looking hard enough. Because if you looked at it hard enough, you'd be like, you about to have some problems.
My ex-husband.
Yeah, I don't know if you really wanted me on this show. Go ahead.
We lived together before we got married. And after we got married, there was something else. It wasn't just physical anymore. It was spiritual. You make that vow between you and God. And so it was like something switched. And it was like, ooh, this is not the same as before.
It's called bait and switch.
There you go. That representative.
When you bait somebody in and then you switch to who you really are. That's like on Christmas, they advertise the TV. You can get a not flat screen, but what's the TVs they're doing now? Smart TV.
Yes.
You can get a smart TV, 50-inch for $199. It ain't but two of them in the whole store. And then they said, we ain't got no more. So they switched to the higher price that they really wanted to. That's how some people do in relationship. They bake in and then they switch. That's why ladies, you have to wait it out.
Yes.
You can, I can look at people because of what I've been through. I can look at people and tell, y'all ain't happy. That ain't gonna work. I just look at it.
Yeah, you can.
Stop spending more money on a wedding that ain't gonna the cost of the wedding ain't gonna last as long. Yeah, it don't match up to even the years it's gonna last.
Or the days.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let me see. That represent. How long do you believe that it takes for that representative, that facade, to come down?
I think, I hate to say this because I know I'm gonna get tore up for this, but you haven't really gotten to know somebody until you traveled with them, and you got them from their environment. If you can do that, with keeping yourself, living holy, whatever. But when you go out of town with them, it's another whole thing.
Yes.
They real side, because people can't hold it but so long.
Yeah.
So I would say, starting at 90 days, like that, like Steve Harvey taught, that 90-day rule. That's some truth to that. Because remember, a habit is formed after how long?
21 days.
21 days. 90 days though, you can get over addictions and stuff, whatever. I just think 90 days, you get to see who they really are, especially if you're hanging out with them all the time. Eventually, you're gonna find out that they don't know how to put the toilet seat down. Eventually, I'm using silly stuff. Eventually, you're gonna find out that they really ain't a gentleman. It's just gonna be revealed, because time is the reveal of all things, and we can't be desperate.
That's good.
Or thirsty.
That's good.
We can't be thirsty or desperate. Man, them comments was coming in. They didn't stop coming in now.
Yeah, when we start talking about, somebody said stop shacking when you are dating. And I'm not gonna respond. We can go to the next thing.
So let me ask you this. Can that same person tell me where shacking is at in the Bible?
No.
Where's shacking at in the Bible?
Because I know what you mean. If you think about it, shacking, didn't Isaac shack with, because he lived with what is it? He lived with he lived in their house.
I'm just saying, though, even whether, because I know you're gonna go to no sex before marriage. I get that, but where is the word shacking at?
No, it's not. It's not in the Bible.
Okay.
It's not there.
Okay.
It's not there. But I see both sides. I don't think that. I think it's tempting, but just because you live with the person doesn't mean you're having sexual intercourse with them.
Well, I think you need to spend time at their house a lot, whether you're doing anything, because you need to see how they live.
Bishop is wrong tonight. Bishop.
No. I'm not saying move in with them, but
I know.
You need to be going over there. She need to come over your house to see how your manners are and how you, if you are a neat freak like me, everything is in place here. So when, they tease me, say, if you move one thing out of place, I'm gonna put it back. Okay, so with a woman, you need to see how the man, if he's nasty. If you don't like a nasty man, how you gonna find out? You're gonna say, oh, I didn't know you was this nasty.
Yeah, you did.
You married now.
Yeah.
And no, you know what, Tiffany, you just said something. Stop putting blinders on things that you see.
Oh.
You see them red flags.
Come on.
They're doing just like this. They're waving.
Come on.
You don't put blinders on.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to see them.
And you think you can compromise. You think, oh, it's not that big of a deal.
Absolutely.
Them not cleaning up after themselves, them not putting the toilet seat down, them, having a junky car or what, or you think that as a woman, I can help him.
No. I had a girl in Morgan City, Louisiana. She said, Bishop, I'm gonna marry that man. I said, he ain't no good, right? No, I'm gonna get that man together. I said, you can't get no man together. He's grown already. No, get that man together. I said, you can't get a grown up together. First of all, you ain't God and you ain't their mama. She married that man. He left her and moved to Dallas. I say, what happened? He gone, Bishop.
Mm.
He was never there. He lived with you because he didn't have a job, and he went and found a job on the oil rig and left.
Mm.
Because sometimes we don't want to see the flags.
Yeah.
Why would you marry a man that's smoking? You don't like smoking.
Desperation.
Okay.
It's desperation.
Yeah.
Just to say I got a man.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of women are doing. Just to say I got a man, you'll put up
You
with
really don't have a man. You have a body, but you don't have a man.
Listen, I thought you was gonna say you got a boy, but you said you got a body.
You got a body, but you don't have a man.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, and a man, a male. Now, you know what? I'm not gonna, because boys is not an age. Boy is the mentality. Because a boy could be in his 50s. Because he ain't put away his childish ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Stephanie says some are looking for a caregiver and not a helpmeet.
Stephanie said something else. Oh, she asked the question. You can love someone and not like them. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it's more important that you like some. I think the love part comes easy.
The love part
as a Christian.
Absolutely.
I think the love part comes easy. Do you like them?
Absolutely. Do you like me? Yeah. Do you like me? Because I tell my members all the time, my partners, I tell them, I say, hey, you may like Bishop, you may love Bishop, but you may not like Greg.
That's good.
So don't get too close, because you may not like Greg. Only a few people can handle Greg.
You like what you see behind the pulpit, on the platform,
pulpit, TV, lives, and all that stuff. Nah, you may not like my moves. You may not like me being transparent and forward all the time, because I am. And you may not like that I'm silly. Somebody said to me, your sense of humor is not that. I say, you don't know me, because anybody that knows me know that I am crazy. Pastor Damon always said, this guy right here, I keep you laughing. And only a few people can appreciate that, because they're looking for the bishop all the time. I'm not the bishop all the time. Yeah.
How do you balance that? And how do you determine who gets to see that other side of you? Because everybody can't handle that.
Well, at this point in my life, I've learned to wait to show that other side, because everybody is not worthy of that side. Stop, men and ladies and men, stop giving people stop showing people too much too soon. Let them work to it. Let them work for it.
Yeah.
Let them work for you. Let them go through a process. When you become too easy to get, then they don't appreciate it.
That's okay. So that's a good segue into the next thing. I told you I had a lot of follow up from that last Facebook Live from last Saturday night. Y'all got to check it out this Saturday night. They're doing another one, part 2,
at 10:15 after me and Lola go off.
Yeah, after he and Lola. Well, then you better catch both, because both shows are good.
If you have not seen the men talk, go to When the Right One Comes YouTube channel and subscribe and watch it, y'all. It will be worth your watch. But go ahead.
One of the guys said that they are so used to giving that when they receive, it was just like a different feeling for them. And they're used to giving out, in the dating phase or whatever. If somebody needs something, they might help them with it or whatever. Not like I'm not gonna take care of your household, but if you say you need something, I got you. Or gifts or whatever, they're used to giving. They're used to giving, but it's hardly ever that they receive. And a couple of the women in the comments said, well, I get, I like to shower my men with gifts or whatever. And I let me just be honest. That's my love language. I'm a giver. So what? And I know we've said, balance, but there have been, or there are men who prey on women who are givers, who are. And so I guess my question is, how do you know when, how do you know when it is appropriate to express how you feel? And I know we've talked about earning, but sometimes you can't help but to be yourself.
I think when they ask for it, a man should never ask a woman for anything.
Take notes, guys.
Yeah, when he start asking, then you need to be leery.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, can you give me that? No, nigga, no, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's the same thing with women. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
can you pay my cell phone bill? What was you doing before you met me? No, I'm saying if we're not even in a relationship, that's a turn off.
Right.
For me, anybody that I've been with, I wish you could go get a reference because they'll tell you that's never been my problem. Matter of fact, you've heard Lola say before, this one right here, you got to slow down because I'm a giver by nature. Okay. So whenever a man, with Jessica, that's a good question. How do you know when it's appropriate to express how you feel? When they're worthy of a gift, when they're worthy of you telling, wait it out. I don't care how much you get heated in the moment. Wait it out. See their true intentions. Because when a man knows that when he knows that he got you and he the wrong one, he's going to play on that. So wait it out. As long as you can hold off until you see their true colors. Hey, daughter, until you can see their true colors, wait it out.
Yeah.
A man ain't gonna love you no more because you buy them something. If you gotta buy it to get them, you're gonna have to buy it to keep them.
That's good.
Okay.
Jessica's on here.
Same thing.
Yeah.
To me, a true man in his rightful place, if he's in his rightful place following God, Tiff, then the woman will follow him anywhere. But you got to watch and see if he's who he's following. Like Moses stood up to the children of Israel and say, "Whose side y'all on?" Everybody that's on the Lord's side, come over. You got to find out what side they on. We give our feelings. We show our feelings too fast. And I'm the first one to tell you, it's hard when you are a giver.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And so let me tell you the real answer to that question. It's just like going to Vegas and playing Russian roulette.
Yeah.
You don't know. You're taking a chance. I'm being serious. Relationship is taking a chance. That's why I'm so big on using the word dating. Because dating says it's non-committal. And so wait it out. I don't care how much, Jessica, you want to say, I'm really into you. No. Wait. Wait.
It really is hard. And I will tell you this.
Because women are emotional.
Not just that, but maybe Jessica can attest to this too. But once you've been married, and you might be able to too, once you've been a wife or once you've been a husband, especially in your younger years, I feel like you're always chasing that, even when you're dating. So before you even get
realize the problem, Tiff. Some men become husbands and some wives become wives before it's time to become that to people.
That's what I was about to say.
That's because you already are.
That's
But you're going, you're going, see? Look at Mel Moore. Is that a man or a woman? Mel Moore.
man.
Yeah, he telling you. We telling you. I'm telling y'all, just like Saturday, when men tell you something, we telling you from our own, wait it out, ladies. Don't tell them too much too soon. Now, there's a balance to that. We shouldn't be 6 months down the line and we going out steady and he's showing you and he's taking you to dinner and he's sending you flowers and y'all hanging out day in and day out and he calling you're falling asleep on the phone together. He's showing you.
Yeah.
Okay. Because then it gets to be you're gonna wait it out too long and it's a balancing game. You're gonna wait it out too long because you want him to pay for what the last one did.
That's good.
Nobody deserves to pay somebody else's bill that they didn't eat from the table. I'm gonna drink my tea in my mason jar right now.
Oh man.
Did you hear what I said? It is not fair for a man to pay for the bitter cup that a woman drunk from another man's cup.
I think that's what a lot of women get messed up, is because before we get into that phase to really get to know somebody in the dating phase, we're already thinking ahead. Could this be the one? You know what I'm saying?
It's okay for you to think ahead, but don't share that. Like, what does it mean when you sit at a table with somebody and say, I'm dating to get married? What does that mean?
It sounds like you're looking for a husband.
So you're going to tell somebody that on the first date, 2 dates?
I don't think so. But I think you need to test to see how serious they are about dating. Now you don't have to say I'm dating to get married, but you know
how serious they are to about dating, getting data. We going out. We just.
But what if I don't want to give everybody data?
How you know whether or not the data fits into the system?
See, that's good. But
I know this is what I do every day. This is what I do every day.
Yeah, I think there are certain
No, everybody doesn't deserve data.
Everybody doesn't get my time.
No. Everybody doesn't get data. But sometimes more than one gets it because and this is what I'm trying to get people to understand. It's all right to give data to more than one until you make up your mind. You follow?
Ladies, we gotta remember that one.
So if Mel want to holler, I'm just using Mel. If Mel want to holler and say, "Hey, can we go out a couple times?" It's nothing wrong with that. And then so if Bill want to take you out too, you're gonna say no?
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a.
Well, what if Mel ain't the right? What if Mel is the wrong one and Bill is actually the right one?
I'm not a multiple data collector.
Did you hear what I just said? I'm not talking about what you are. I'm talking about what you need to become, maybe. You're telling me who you are. I'm telling you how you may want to think. Not you. I'm just using you.
Yeah.
So listen to what I'm saying. So you're telling me you just met Mel. Okay? Y'all only been known each other 2 weeks. And here comes a guy by the name of Bill that you meet at the car wash. And you just met Mel 2 weeks ago. And Bill says, I want to take you out. You gonna tell Bill no because of some Mel that you met that you don't even know whether what Mel got a secret life or a secret family.
Bishop, this is a paradigm shift now. You shifting some paradigms tonight, freeing some folks tonight. I guess I'm saying
once you find out Mel is okay and he's met the smell test, then okay, Bill, don't mess with Bill. It's an old song. I mean,
You,
but
yeah.
I'm talking about 2 weeks. And, I mean, y'all just met.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks knowing Mel is not long enough for me to say no to Bill.
You would have 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Mel said Bill better step back.
And then Mel said, this is good.
No,
I'm just
this
saying.
is good.
And women do that more than men, because now a man will talk to Nakia, Keisha, Yolanda, Stephanie, and Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
No commitment. And then want to say to you, what's wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that is probably where a lot of us go wrong. Because I mean, now that I'm just taking a quick snapshot back.
Jessica, look at the replay. Nobody got time to repeat all that. Hey, Jessica, that was revelation. That can't be repeated just off the top of my head.
He said, if you was dating Mel for 2 weeks and then Bill came, would you say no to going out on a date with Bill? Just because you've been dating Mel for 2 weeks. Yeah. So since we're talking about this data collection, and especially when you start to get older, this is the question that is very taboo. Are friends, associates off limits?
What you mean? Break it down.
So you dated someone, got data. You realized that data don't go with this system, whatever the case may be. Someone that they may have a connection with, you're interested in collecting data. Is that person off limits?
You asking the wrong person that. No, because I'm a firm believer in the right one.
Mm-hmm.
You look for the right one, and the right one may not be. Let me see. Let me use somebody else's name. The right one is Isaiah, man. Yeah, the right one may not be Isaiah, but Isaiah is the bridge. Isaiah may be the bridge for you to meet. Isaiah may have the bridge for you to meet his friend Carl.
Mm-hmm.
And so you went out on a date with Isaiah. Oh, what's wrong? You went on a date with Isaiah, but Isaiah was nothing but a bridge for you to meet. Let me tell y'all this, and me and Lola talked about this. Some people need to look at your right one may already be here, but you haven't looked at them in the right way.
Wow.
You could be good friends, because let's face it, friendship is the first step, is the gateway to a relationship. Wow. You want to one day say, today I marry my friend. And maybe you need to look again, and that right one may already be around.
Wow. That's
but
good.
You put them in a category that you may need to change the category.
Yeah, bruh, sis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you may need to. Lola said that earlier. She said she admitted, she said there's some people that I need to relook at.
Mm-hmm.
COVID has slowed us all down, and you look again. You know what I'm saying? And so, because we have in our mind a certain way we want the person to be, want them to look, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Stephanie says women in ministry have the hardest time being flexible in dating versus someone that is out of the public eye. I think it goes for both men and women in ministry. But especially
dating versus someone that is out in our public eye. There's a lot of women that don't want a man that's in the public eye. I've had a few people tell me that. I don't want what come along with Bishop Greg Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And they out here too. I mean, I promise you I've had that.
Yeah.
I've had them even tell me that the ones I didn't even like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I ain't like it like that. But no, seriously, everybody don't want to be that come along with that. There's some people that don't want that.
Ooh, Stephanie said the right one may not be ready when you first met them. It may take a second time around. All right. All
You see
right.
what
Second
Isaiah
time around.
said?
What do you
Isaiah
say?
said, wait a minute. Isaiah said, you're
I'm
anointed,
always
Bishop,
the
but I
bridge.
don't want to be a bridge. No, he said, I don't want to be a bridge no more. He tired of being a bridge. Isaiah, I called you right out, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But guess what, Isaiah? Whatever you sow, that's what you're going to reap. So you done been a bridge for others. So, and don't look at it that you missed out. Look at it that God protected you.
Woo wee.
My bishop, I remember I wanted this church years ago. My best friend, one of my best friends died, and I didn't get to church. I remember crying and sitting at one of our meetings. Bishop Morton called me to his room because he kept looking at me. He said, "What's wrong with you, son?" I said, "I wanted that church." He said, "If it was for you, then you would have had it. So it must not have been for you. So wipe those tears up and go back downstairs and enjoy worship." I didn't like it. I didn't like it then, but I understand now.
Yeah.
There's some things that God blocked you from that you weren't supposed to be nothing but the bridge. And then somebody will be the bridge for you to meet the right one. Because apparently they wasn't the right ones.
So have you considered being the bridge? I mean, like, and the reason why I'm saying this is like you're connected to a lot of you're connected to a lot of young people talking about maybe having a dating event.
I've had I was supposed to do it with Regina Martin and her husband to be. We had talked about it, but I don't know. Maybe that's something that will come. Actually, me and Lola was supposed to go on the road. That's why we do the Saturday nights, because pandemic came and we were going to have speed dating and stuff during our events.
Mel Moore says something. Sometimes our flesh wants what our future doesn't need.
Absolutely.
And you say something all the time. Don't date where you are.
Date where you're going. Yeah, all my young preacher stuff that I send out. Yeah, date where you're going. Don't date where you are. Where you are will embarrass you in the future. If you date somebody where you are and they're there, they have the possibility of messing your future up. Because they can't handle your future. They can only handle right now.
Yes.
They may be able to make you feel good right now, but they're going to make you feel bad later because they'll mess up everything.
Here's a question. How do you speak to preference versus God's best for you? Can it?
No, y'all don't want me to deal with that.
Can it be both? Why do we have to say
no. First of all, I don't believe God picks mates.
I don't either.
If we believe the word of God, that he is sitting at the right hand of the Father and he's making intercession, he said it's finished. Okay? If he said it's finished, then what we do, we start at the beginning and work our way to the promise, the manifestation. In the middle, we go through a lot of stuff, but we work our way to the end. It's already. Do you believe in that we have free will? That God don't force himself on nobody? Then then what do we have that's supposed to help us pick the right one? The Holy Ghost. Because the Holy Ghost will lead you and guide you into all truth. Do y'all hear me? The Holy Ghost will lead you and guide you into all truth. So you don't need God to send the right one. We're walking it out. Okay? We're walking it out. So no. You have to discern what's best. Yeah. And how do I discern what's best for my life? By knowing the plan of God for my life.
There you go.
His will is his word, and his word is his will. When I know the plan, then I know what fits into my life. And guess what? My steps are ordered. And so just like I write a vision for my life, just like I write a vision for my life, I write the vision for my wife of what I want right now.
Bishop, I'm about to throw my iPad at you.
I don't want to fix her upper. I'm at a different place in my life. I'm in a merger. I want a merger. You put your one with my one, and we become two. Okay? We merge now. I was in a fixer upper. I was in a build a house, build a bear. 30 years ago with Pastor Kim. That's where we were. I'm not there anymore. I need a boss. I need a merger. And I'm not looking for somebody. Everybody knows I date younger. I'm not looking for somebody 60 and 58, my age. I date younger. Don't ask me how young. That's not the importance.
That's not your business. As Tabitha Brown says, not your business.
Right. And so the Bible, yes, God will reveal his will in your life, every area. The scripture supports starting from Eden. No. You can't use Eden. There was no other woman there. God had to make her. He selected her, but he even said, he even let him, no, you can't use Eden. You can't use Eve. There was nobody else there. So he had to make woman. Come on, y'all. But where did he take her from? No, it's nowhere. You can't prove that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you said know the plan of God for
your life.
You know his plan for your life.
And when you know what you're looking for and what fits into your future and into your life, then the wrong thing can't creep in. Counterfeit cannot creep in. When they say a couple of things that's wrong, you be like, no. Enjoy your meal because this is gonna be the last one. No, we ain't no.
Yeah.
But we can't be too desperate for somebody that we blow our future.
And I find like a lot of times people don't want the responsibility of the decision. So it's easy to say if it's not right, it's what God said. You know
how we do.
Just
like a pastor that don't want to answer somebody in the congregation. Now they know they're in charge, but when we don't really want to deal with it, say, let me check with my board.
Let me pray about it and see what the Lord says.
Yeah, let me pray. That's the biggest excuse in the world. I'm gonna pray about it and see what the Lord's saying. No. Yeah. I'm saying, and y'all misunderstanding me. Those that are trying to misunderstand me. I'm not saying God don't have nothing to do with it, but now he is the paraclete. He is the Holy Ghost. And when the Holy Ghost is leading you, God does have something to do with it. But God is not sitting in an assembly line sending you a wife.
Yeah. And
somebody said somebody canceled their entanglement because of this.
Canceled their what?
Entanglement because of this Facebook Live.
Come out. Okay, so this has been very good. Can you have a conversation on marriage and ministry? Bishop Greg Davis is the one. He can speak to that. Him and Pastor Kim. How many churches did you all?
Oh my God, that we birthed.
Yes.
Oh my God. I would say at least almost because we have churches that are still going. Probably at least almost a dozen, probably. Yeah, I mean, because we got sons and daughters that are still pastoring that we started. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're great friends. She dates somebody else. I know who she dates. We cool, but we cool. We have, I mean, tonight our family did a group text, when one of the kids are celebrating, doing something. I mean, we cool. And that's the adult part of it. But we know why we were together. We were together to get where we are. And that's we've settled with that. Yeah.
But I guess when people think about divorce, they think that it's all bad. When there are some good things that come out of divorce.
Yeah,
My parents are divorced after 25 years, and they're better friends now than they were husband and wife.
okay.
So, people think
We
that
are too. We're the
failure,
same way.
they think that because you divorced that you failed.
Me and Pastor Kim just had a 9 to 10 week live every Tuesday night with Pastor Dana
Yes.
and our children from all over the country, spiritual and natural, which is good stuff. So we decided that we didn't want to tear up everything and people's lives because we couldn't stay together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah.
Stephanie says so many people are forcing wrong puzzle pieces in their lives. So many people look for an image as a couple, and that is not the plan of God for us.
No. And then we get into this image thing, and we let people sweep us away to something that we don't, that has become more important than the marriage, our image. Do you know how many people that are together right now that are not even sleeping in the same bed, not even in the same room? Then they barely live in the same house, and COVID has had them to face one another, and they knew they didn't like each other before COVID, but now they really don't like each other, and they have to sit there and act like they like each other in front of the kids because they ain't never been around each other this long together, and they can't go nowhere because everything is tied up to the church, and they think the church people don't know that they ain't even together no more. And that church folk been known they ain't together no more. They playing the fool because folk can sense when you ain't together.
Listen,
just said something.
That's
why you take your time.
Well, not just that. You have to, after you get married, you can't stop dating.
Right.
I worked in family law from 2012. Well, I worked in law from 2012 to just January 2020. But family law from 2015 to 2020. And that was the most time you saw people getting divorced was after their kids had grown up. They had nothing to distract them anymore. All you had was each other. And now you don't even know who you married 18 years later. You don't even know who you married because you didn't continue to date. You made it all about the kids. When that's not the way that it should be in your relationship, it should not be the kids come first. The kids come first. The kids come first.
No.
But
no,
folks may disagree
kids
with me.
Come first in a lot of cases because we don't like each other.
There you go. There you go.
So we make it about the kids because we don't like each other.
And that's an easy distraction.
And then when the kids leave, and you be like, "Don't y'all want to go to school locally? Don't y'all want to go to college here? No, y'all, please don't go. No, stay.
Don't you want to have some grandbabies?"
Right. Then you got to face the reality that you with somebody that you really don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the worst feeling in the world.
It really is.
And I'm sorry, I'm not willing to do that for anybody at any time. And I thank God for the grace that's on my life, because many people have been through the divorce. You know, I've been more than once and didn't make it. But when you don't preach, when you don't condemn people and you love them through their faults, they'll love you through yours. And that's why now I've been single 4 years.
Wow.
I'm talking about like really single. And the thing about it is, I would rather be single now than to mess up, because the next one has to be the right one for real.
Yeah.
And then COVID has made us think a whole lot differently. I agree with you. However, just need the point to clarify, because God does lead spiritual speaking by his word and Holy Spirit. Thanks for clarifying. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I did say that in the beginning though. It's the Holy Spirit. That's how he leads now. He was God for us. He was God with us. Now he's God in us.
Yes.
So he leads us spiritually, but he don't send nothing. I was more so talking about God send me a Boaz, and please don't say send Boaz, because he died after the first night he was married.
Yeah. But don't talk about Simeon Boaz when you don't want to be a Ruth.
We said that the other night.
Yes.
Absolutely, Jessica. The next one has to be the right one.
Yes.
It's got to be the right one.
I'm with you, Jess.
I can't take another L.
Nope.
And the criteria for me, can you love me? Can you love me? And here's what I believe too, and I'm done. I know because we went a little longer. Here's what I believe. I said this week, and y'all go look at some of my videos on YouTube when the right one comes.
Yeah, those are good.
I said the right one can love you back out of hurt. They're not Superman putting on a cape saving your life, but they can love you. Now, for somebody to love you back to life, it takes patience. And that takes a special person. But the person on the other end that needs to be loved back, they have to be willing to let that person love them.
That's good.
And in so many cases, everybody is saying this new thing. There's a new anthem, Tiffany and Jessica and Keith. The new anthem is, I'm just getting myself together. I'm good. I'm getting myself together. I'm just getting myself together. I'm just getting myself together. If everybody just take their time to get this together, nobody be with nobody. It is God's intention that we not be alone. He wouldn't have said it. He said it's not good for man to be alone. I believe, as great as y'all think I am, and I'm older, I'm a senior man of God, I'm not as great as I could be because I'm not with my good thing and I'm not obtaining from the Lord.
That's good.
There's a good thing out there running around in my favor.
Yeah.
So I don't care about what nobody say. Here go Greg Davis again trying to do it. No, I want to have that person. I'm just not willing to make the mistake of the wrong one.
Ooh, Mel Moore.
What'd he say?
He said, that's good. Don't just love me for who I am in front of everyone else. Love me for who I'm afraid to display when no one else is in the room. My God.
Hey, Mel. Even with all them streaks in your drawers, all of us.
That was good. But love you back to life. I think, we all have our challenges of why, we're good. Because that's my saying. I'm good. I'm not that I got to get myself together, but I'm good, especially with some of the options. I'm good. But oh my goodness.
Let me tell you this, and I'm done for real. Every last one of us that's on this live tonight, we got baggage. We just have to decide whose baggage we're willing to unpack.
That's good. Y'all type that in the comments. Y'all got to sow a seed on that one.
Everybody here got baggage. I got to decide. I got to decide whose baggage. None of us are perfect. We all come, unless you just now getting into the dating thing, we all come with a past.
Yeah.
And in this church world, we liable to know your past. Because it ain't that many of us. It's a small circle.
Yeah.
The church circle is small.
It is.
So unless you go import somebody from somewhere else, then So we have to decide whose baggage that we want to unpack.
All right, that was good.
How much patience do we have to unpack it? Yeah.
That was good. That was really good. That was really good. Y'all go sow into Bishop Dave. Davis.
Felicia, make sure you share this on our page, on our church page. I want this to go on our church page.
Celebration Church. Bishop Greg
No,
Davis.
I'm telling my daughter is my ministry daughter. My daughter's on here. She runs the page, so I want her to share it.
Okay. But he does some awesome stuff on every Saturday.
Every Saturday, 9 p.m. we do He Said, She Said with my sister Lola.
No. I'm talking about when you feed the people.
Oh, every Saturday we feed people from 12 until 2.
I mean, big boxes of.
Ever since Resurrection Sunday, we've been doing it, and it ends the end of August, and then we're going to keep doing something at least once or twice a month. But 1,000 boxes of food, and not only do we give it out, but we become a distribution center for other smaller churches that want to come get some of the boxes. We load them up. So yes,
man, it's been an awesome time. You all, Felicia, can you put Bishop Greg Davis's Cash App in the comments, and I'll post it up here. You all go sow into this man of God.
She know it because she a sower.
Huh?
She know it because she sows to her dad.
Yeah, I think it's the cash tag or cash sign Greg MD, right?
$ Greg MD.
There you go. Yep. Go sow to Bishop Greg Davis. Devon, hey, yeah, you came in at the end. This is Bishop Greg Davis from the Word Network, from the pastor of Celebration Church of Detroit, the host and creator of the Young Preacher, the Movements. And when the right one comes, you all catch him again on Saturday night. He and Lola George will be on first to talk about relationships, and then he's going to do another part 2 panel with the men, to all men, preachers, pastors, and then I think one is a mortgage banker. So you got one's a comedian.
Saturday we're doing all preachers.
Okay. All preachers this Saturday.
Frank Ray III is going to be with us now, and some other preachers. Yeah, we're doing all preachers this Saturday, 10:15, and then Sunday nights at 9 we have the Young Prophets at 9 p.m. and Jessica is a part of that. We've been doing that for about 6 weeks.
Yes. Prophet Frank Delaney, Prophet Orrin Perry, and he has different people to coming in, rotating, and it's been awesome. When I can catch it, it has been awesome. I love my sister Jessica. She came on and tore it up last week on the virtual revival. But you all, if you're just coming on, go back and watch the replay. I hope that this blesses you. And until next Thursday at 9 p.m., I'm coming back on. I have a giant, a father in the faith. You know him, Bishop Greg Davis. A lot of you all know him who are on this Facebook Live. But Prophet Dr. Brian Jefferson Mosley will be with us next.
Whoa, I'm going to be watching.
Will be with us on next.
Oh my God, Thursday. That's the father. Yeah.
Yes. I've known.
Look at this. Mel said he's going to play it in his Bible study.
Hey, Mel. He said, I don't need to teach. Bless God.
Thank you.
Bless God. All right. I love you all with the love of Christ. Thank you so much, Bishop Greg Davis.
You're so humble, Jessica. Get on off of here with that humility.
You all go sow $ Greg MD. I'm going to sow in just a minute, and we'll see you all next week. More grace to you.
Love y'all.
Good night.